Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 5th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, or 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I should say. And all you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, notification icon, and you will catch me live. But let's see what is going on for you for the week of the 5th. Definitely some sort of new beginning. I feel like you're feeling very adventurous this week as well. So you could be looking to start something new or have some sort of new beginning here. Could be after a falling out for sure. You have the Tower, so we'll talk about that. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good, even with the Tower, the Three of Swords, and the this Five of Swords here. So I do feel like this still is a good week. You have the Chariot, the Ace of Cups as well, and we're going to clarify this, so we'll see what comes up. Your overall energy is the Cosmic Egg. The Cosmic Egg is about completions and endings, so I feel like you are just ending things. Like I said, I feel like you're feeling very adventurous, but for some of you, obviously, you could be traveling. And again, even the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, the Tower, and the Chariot, that could just be a move for some of you. So some of you could be planning a move here, but definitely a lot of completion energy for you this week. You have this Go the Distance card here, Scorpio. I feel like you are just like on the edge of something. You have this card of courage as well, and it's coming up with the Tower, the Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. I mean, it's like, you know, like I always say, people love to tell me how bad the Tower is, but I mean, to me, the Tower, number one, has to happen. So, you know, it's not that bad. To me, tarot is a journey. It's the Fool's journey, which you have right here, and you know, it's part of the journey that we have to go on. So, you know, it just is what it is. It's life, right? We will always be experiencing Tower moments. It's not like some crazy bad thing. We should be embracing them. So, but what I feel here is that this could be like some sort of excitement. You could be fearing a Tower moment in some sort of new beginning, and I feel like that has to be let go, especially like a past heartbreak here. I feel like there definitely could be new love coming in. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles to me is a clue card, and to me is a clue for a new person. It could be an earth sign, could be any sign. You have pretty much everything here, so you know, it could be any sign. And I feel like if this is new love, I feel like this is someone who's willing to go the distance with that card. In this first row, you have the Fool, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles here. I definitely feel like you have wanted to get started on something. I feel like for some of you, I'm getting a repeat situation, but it's popping into my head as like a project or something that you've been working on for a while. And it's like you've been trying to get it going. You've been trying to make it successful. I'm almost getting like internet business for some of you. So if you're watching this and if you have like an internet business or something like that, I feel like there have been a lot of disappointments maybe in getting it started or getting it moving. I would say that maybe you've been working on it for about probably 4 years, judging by these cards that are here, maybe 5 years as well. I'm also cheating a little bit because of your astrology, Scorpio. So, but I'd say with these cards here, I'd say 4 years. So I feel like for some of you, you've been trying to work towards something here with that Fool card. The weird thing I am getting here in this first row is it's like sometimes I feel like maybe we know what part of the journey we're on when we're going on a journey. Like, you know, obviously if we're like going from point A to point B, like let's say we're traveling somewhere and we have a map, it's like we know how to get there. For whatever reason, it's like I feel like you've been going somewhere where it's like you kind of know where you're going, but there is no map. It's like there have been no clues here in this first row. So I feel maybe like a lot of redoing energy, having to go back over things, especially if this is involving a project. This is very specific. And again, it could be like an internet project or an internet business you've been trying to build. It could be anything that you've been trying to work on. For others, again, I feel like you are looking for a person in love who's willing to go the distance. You have the Knight of Wands here. So I feel like this is someone who's coming in who will be very charming and very, I'm also getting like charismatic as well. So I feel like this could be like a very charming, charismatic person. I do feel weird about this. Like I feel like this is coming in the future for some of you. It's coming up. This is your present position. If you don't know, I read with kind of like a loose spread, past, present, future. But again, it's a loose spread, and intuitively I feel like this person's coming in the future. I just don't think they're coming in this week intuitively. So I do feel like it's a new person. I feel like you could be going through a heartbreak. It's almost like you're mirroring this person as well. I got a very similar story for Cancer, and you do have Cancer right here. I think it was Cancer. It might have been Pisces. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but I think it was Cancer here, and you have Cancer right here. So some of you could be a Cancer that's coming in. It's almost like you're kind of like dealing with someone who's also gone through a very hard heartbreak. I feel like this person stands out, literally. For some of you, like I feel like saying, like I'm really focused on this Sun card here. Some of you, it literally could be someone who's famous, or maybe someone who gets a lot of attention, Scorpio. So I do feel like it could be just a person who's like, you know, kind of stands out. You have the Page of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. For some reason, I feel like you're very close to a healing in this middle row. And I want to see what you have the dolphin energy. The next card was the shark energy as well, which is interesting. This dolphin energy is about kind of like seeing both sides of an issue, or seeing both sides of a situation. Like you could still be looking at someone who hurt you as a butthead, right? But at the same time, maybe you're saying, you know what, maybe they had a bad life or something like that. It's like, I don't think you're excusing it, but I just feel like you're kind of recognizing the, you know, duality in the situation, whatever you want to call it. I feel like you're very determined at this time as well. I feel like you're like, this to me feels like back and forth energy right here. 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords. It's like maybe for the most part, you are fine after having gone through a separation or a breakup, but it's like maybe still there are those moments where you're waking up in the middle of the night, or, you know, having dreams or whatever. So I feel like this is like a lingering energy here that needs to be let go of. In a lot of ways, I feel like you have a choice whether or not to let go of that. We'll talk about that in the Tower in just a second, but I feel like you could be attracting someone new. And again, I would definitely stay open to this new person, because I feel like someone who is really charismatic, number one, like I said, would be a really bold, assertive, adventurous type of person with that Knight of Wands here as well. And I feel like someone who's very abundant as well. Like I feel like they, like literally they could be like a manifester, or they could be someone who is able to manifest things very quickly. But I feel in a lot of ways that this is you kind of moving towards someone new. I'm getting like a really weird story here. Like I feel like that some of you, this person, you could have been dating someone who was like a narcissist or whatever. And I don't throw that word around lightly. You know, you could be dating a person. I don't know that they're a narcissist, but I feel like they're sitting there thinking that you're like, you know, this past person, if you had a difficult breakup. It's almost like someone ran away from you here. I feel like they could be sitting there thinking like, oh my God, this person, like they think that you are thinking about them nonstop. Like I feel like they almost like a cocky, arrogant type of, you know, energy from this person. I feel like you see this person that way. So, you know, it probably doesn't surprise you to hear that they're probably thinking that your days are all, you know, miserable and all this other stuff. So I'd say, I feel like you need to take your power back with that shark energy. I feel like either, number one, again, I feel like two things here. Like I said, with that dolphin, the dolphin represents like two sides of the brain, because dolphins have bigger brains than humans, actually, and so it kind of represents the duality, the two sides of the brain. The shark is kind of like how, you know, the shark, if you watch people swim with sharks, it's like some of the big sharks, like the great white sharks, they just kind of like swim around. They look very calm and like kind of placid, and they almost look peaceful, and like they wouldn't do anything even though you see those teeth, right? But it's like a great white shark could like turn on a dime. So for some of you, I feel like you see this person as a shark, but I also feel like you are also about to be a shark. Like this is a very, again, you have this courage card here. So I feel like this is a very empowering reading, because I feel like you're about to maybe surprise this person from the past with your power here. Again, I don't think there's going to be any communication or anything like that. There could be for some of you, but for the most part, I feel like it's just you are kind of having a display of strength, if that makes sense. You have this courage card here. I feel like you've been very brave at this time. I feel like that, and I feel like someone will be seeing this here. Yeah, it's like in solitude. You've been building yourself up here. Scorpio is what this is. I feel like you have been kind of working on yourself, maybe in isolation or on your own with that energy, and I feel like it makes you stand out. So I love that. To me, you know, there's been like a lot of this like glow up energy going on, and it's mostly been coming up like in your area of the sky, like Libra and Scorpio area. So I feel like in your area of the sky, there's this glow up energy. What I think that it is that we had that Venus retrograde, and now we have all these other retrogrades going on. Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde will be going retrograde as well. So it's like, you know, Venus is finally out of its shadow and it's like moving forward. So, you know, during Venus retrograde, there can be breakups, separations, things like that. During Mercury retrograde, it's like that's when the past is regretting things because they're like, oh my God, what did I lose? So that's why I feel like there's this like glow up energy in general. If that, I overly simplified that, but you know, to just for the sake of time, so I don't waste your time, Scorpio, that's what I think is going on. You have the Tower, Ace of Cups, Chariot. Again, I feel like you could be surprising someone here. In a lot of ways, I feel like there are these two people. One person here, I almost just said one people. One person here is jumping out. It's like they are choosing to dive headfirst out of this tower. This other person is like almost being pushed out of the tower. It's almost like they're surprised by something here. For some of you, I feel like this is a choice, like I was saying earlier. I feel like this is a choice between you just completely cutting someone off here, or it's like the universe is going to do it for you, for some of you. For others, I feel like this is that person. Like I feel like they're shocked that you are kind of having a little bit of a glow up situation here, or maybe they're seeing you, like seeing how powerful you are. I do feel like this is a very empowering reading. For you, again, you have that go the distance card. Sometimes I think if we go through something, like this looks like it sucked for the most part, Scorpio, if you went through this breakup situation here, or like a very difficult falling out, like I feel like there could have been a lot of false promises. Maybe there was a lot of hope in this situation as well. Seven of Pentacles doesn't really represent hope, but it represents overanalysis. I feel like when Seven of Pentacles comes up in a love reading, this is just a general reading, but in a love reading, Seven of Pentacles to me can say that you are kind of like over analyzing what happened in the relationship. Usually that only happens when someone is like, oh, I want, is kind of whispering a bunch of sweet nothings, telling you a bunch of things that they think you want to hear just to keep you around. Even though maybe they weren't intending on staying in this situation. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Tower. It's like they were probably always intending to have a Tower moment, as difficult as that may seem. But it's like, look at you. This is you. Fool. Three of Swords, yeah, okay, you had this new beginning, you trusted this person. Three of Swords, you had the heartbreak, but it's like you're charging towards a victory right now here, Scorpio. I love this reading for you, actually, so I really like this. Definitely could be a new love offer coming in. Could be any sign, really. Water, earth stand out to me here for sure, but like I said, could be fire sign as well. Could be coming in for you here. But let's clarify this. I'm super nosy lately, so I might pull an extra row just because. You have the Ten of Clubs wanting to pop out. I don't take pop-outs in the child here as well. Someone was immature in a situation, but the Ten of Clubs can represent like a lot of burdens. So this situation could have caused a lot of burdens. Again, I would say the best part about your reading is this right here, your overall energy, the cosmic egg. It's like saying this is over. This is done. It's like you're no longer having to deal with this. New beginning with the Fool. Between the Fool and the Page of Pentacles, you have these Seven of Hearts. Again, I feel like this person told you they wanted to have a family with you, they wanted to marry you, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like they just broke your heart. So there you go. Between the Knight of Swords and the Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Diamonds. Nine of Diamonds is called the coffin. And it does say this needs to be let go of in a lot of ways. This Knight of Swords is pointing this way off the reading. This is the past. For some of you, I feel like this person is stuck in their own past. So maybe this person that ran away from you or caused this heartbreak, maybe they have kind of, in a lot of ways, I feel that this person could just have trauma from childhood or, attachment issues or whatever you want to call it from the past. It's like they're stuck in the past. So, they will probably have regrets in the future of this situation. By the way, if you are working on like an internet business or something like that with this energy, that Nine of Diamonds is like saying that you need to empower yourself more. Maybe you feel like you only deserve the, 2015 version of you. I feel like there's a new version of you coming in here, Scorpio. Even if you don't have a business, this goes for all of you. I feel like there's a 2021 version. It's like you're about to step into 2021, the 2021 version of you, Scorpio. And that's like a hell of a lot better than the past. So I feel like some of you, this is you needing to realize that things have changed. Things are getting better. Between the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, you have these Seven of Diamonds here. Seven of Diamonds called the birds. Like I said, this is half-assed communication. Someone, maybe this is why you're waking up in the middle of the night, Scorpio. Maybe someone is thinking about you in the middle of the night, but it's like they're not communicating. Like I said, half-assed communication with the birds card, because it's like intuitive. It's like they're trying to send you telepathic messages or something like that. Or maybe they're doing, I don't know what they're doing, right? But it's like they're not doing much here with this energy. Between the Page of Pentacles and the Tower, Eight of Diamonds. Eight of Diamonds says, don't get stuck in the Seven of Pentacles, is what the Eight of Diamonds says. Eight of Diamonds is a card of the very small details. It's a great card. It's a card of success. It's a card of abundance. Eight of Diamonds to me is called the key, and it represents like the small little details in a situation. But it also says you hold the keys to success in your future. But it does say, like, don't get bogged down by the small details in the small little situations here. I get this like weird difference. Again, you had that Dolphin card here as well. Sometimes I think when like maybe we are becoming more successful. Like I feel like you could be here, Scorpio. Maybe you're making more money. Maybe you're finding success in love in the near future as well. It's like we can still be stuck in that old energy of like whatever, you know, challenges we experienced in the past. I feel like there are just things, what's popping into my head here is like there are things that you just don't need to do anymore. And there are things that you have to let go of. You know, like, for example, it's like maybe the best example I can give is YouTube, because this is what I do every single day. But it's like on YouTube, it's like you get to a certain point where it's like you don't need to respond to negative comments anymore. It's like once you have a certain amount of subs, right? It's like, who cares what anybody thinks about you, right? And I almost feel like you need to realize that it's like you are big now. You don't have to worry about like all the little problems. I feel like you should be worrying about like bigger problems almost. Between the Seven of Swords here and the Ace of Cups, you have the Tower. It's a card of isolation. Remember I was saying something about isolation in the past. The Tower is a card of feeling isolated or being isolated. And again, I feel like with this Solitude card here, it's like you put yourself in isolation so that you could maybe glow up, or so that you could figure out what you want in your life. I also feel like, again, this feels very, like I said, this feels like it sucked to me. Like I said earlier, this breakup, if this was a breakup for you. But I feel that in a lot of ways, it's like this Tower card here and everything else is like saying, maybe you have realized that you actually don't need anyone in your life. That doesn't mean you won't have someone in your life, but I do feel like when we realize like, hey, you know what? I can self-soothe myself. I can take care of myself. I can love myself. It's like when we truly get to that point, that's usually when, you know, someone amazing, like it looks like someone amazing, like I said, probably in your future, it will be coming in for you. Between the Five of Swords and the Chariot, you have the Ten of Hearts. Love it. Ten of Hearts is a card of loyalty. It's a card called the Dog, and it represents a person coming in who is going to be very fulfilling for you. Someone who is going to, make you very happy. It's a very good card, and it's a card of loyalty as well, not whatever this is over here. It could be a Cancer, like I said, with the Chariot. The Chariot, I definitely feel like there's some sort of major victory for you here. I feel like, by the way, with the Chariot, I really feel like you are putting yourself first. Let's say that. I always say with the Chariot, there are these two sphinxes, which represent, number one, it can represent a lot of things, but it can represent a choice or having a choice to make in your life. But it can also say that you're putting yourself first. It's like these two sphinxes could represent everything that's going on in this person's life here in the Chariot. But he's in control. He's putting himself first. And that's kind of like what I feel for you here, Scorpio, with that card. So love it. In your top row here, you have the Five of Diamonds as your outcome. Love it. Five of Diamonds is my just do it card. I do feel for some of you, if you're thinking about letting go of someone, I would just do it with that Five of Diamonds. For others, definitely very good for business. Like I said, this is amazing for those of you. Again, I keep getting internet business. So if you have an internet business or something, Scorpio, it could be any business. You know, this is just a general reading, but I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. I feel like there could be a settlement as well coming in for you, but I would say if you're getting a settlement, it's probably been a battle with that Tower card. In this middle row here, you have the Fox. Again, don't get tricked by the past here with the Fox. So I feel like for some of you, the Fox represents like tricky energy or someone who has tricked you from the past. It's coming up in the row here with this Knight of Swords. And that Knight of Swords, I feel like, is a person who's just, I feel like they're stuck in their own past here. And they probably almost project their past in the situation. So, again, this is like the type of person who maybe they run away from love, but maybe they were abandoned as a child or something like that. So it is kind of sad in a lot of ways, but it is what it is. But I would also say, again, it's not your job to fix this either here with this Fox energy. That's the other thing I feel about this reading for you is like, I feel like you're realizing it's like you don't need someone who needs to be fixed. I feel like you want this Knight of Wands, someone who can take care of themselves, someone who doesn't need fixing or anything like that. In your bottom row here, you have the Ten of Diamonds. Amazing. The Ten of Diamonds is called the Book, and it represents hidden or secret knowledge. So there could be a lot of success coming in for you here. Definitely a lot of abundance. I always say with the Ten of Diamonds that you need to learn as much as you possibly can. Because again, it represents like education, learning, and it says if you learn something new, you will be very successful. So I just want to get nosy here. You have the Imagine card. Yeah, love it. Imagine just says dream big and you will have your dreams. You have the Three of Cups here, the Four of Swords, definitely going through recovery here, and the Wheel of Fortune, amazing. So definitely a lot of luck and a major turnaround for you in your life. I feel like you need to dream big here, and I feel like there could be a lot of celebrations coming in for you with that Three of Cups. Definitely love in the future. Now, this is your energy as well right here, Scorpio. So you're right here, the Phoenix up in this top corner. So I feel like you are kind of coming up in a very strong position. Definitely some sort of new beginning, new adventure coming into your life here. And again, I feel like you could be living your wildest dreams here and really kind of showing off to a person from the past. But I don't even think, I feel like this person's suffering in silence for the most part. So I feel like you're moving past it, probably moving towards new love. Boom. What do you know? Phoenix, rising from the ashes here, Scorpio. 2 of diamonds, 2 pentacles. You have a choice. 2 pentacles says, let go of this right here. Remember, I keep getting this back and forth thing in your reading. When I was talking about the brain with the dolphins, right? It's like, I feel like you need to realize that you have been reborn. You are the Phoenix. I mean, that's what this is right here, Scorpio, up in this top corner. So I feel like you need to realize that it's like you are in a new life. Yes, a lot of people are probably stuck in the past. It's like, you know, there's like this theory that's floating around the internet all over the place, right? That we're like stepping into this new world. But I think people have taken it out of context. It's like, it's not like really the world is changing. I just think there are people who are going to be stuck in an old paradigm and people who will move on to a new one. But again, you know, I think that even people who talk about that are kind of talking about it in the wrong way. Because it's like, yeah, there's probably going to be this new paradigm, or there's probably going to be this shift, but it's like those people aren't going to be stuck. It's going to be our job to help lift them up. But we're going to have to do it with a display of strength. We're going to have to lift other people up and bring them into the new world by showing off, basically, by being an example. And I feel like that's what you're doing here. Yeah, I feel like this has been a slow death right here, this situation with the breakup here. Yep, Page of Pentacles, like I said, new love coming in for you. Could be an earth sign as well. But very interesting. I like this reading. That's why I keep going, because I'm very nosy now. But I like it. So thank you for watching, Scorpio. Definitely good. Looks like a good week. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.